Being an entrepreneur is all about taking risks and reaping rewards. This doesn't come easily to everyone. Some people struggle with the idea of pushing themselves outside their comfort zone. It is of course so named as it is comfortable. Why would we want to leave it? Well, today I'm going to be showing you the comfort zone models and hopefully teaching you a few different ways that you can improve your work by taking them into account. This is EntreConnect on the comfort zone. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We're slowly growing and soon we'll be starting to promote small businesses and showing you their stories. The comfort zone goes back to 1908, where Robert M. Yerkes and John D. Dodson studied the idea of the effects of comfort on performance. They found that a state of relative comfort creates a steady level of performance. Hence, we can stay in our comfort zone with a slow level of progression. There's no real stress to it and we can remain, shock horror, comfortable. This is of course one reason we do tend to stay in our comfort zones. If you're not overly fussed about fast progress or improvement of your work, the comfort zone lets you slide along happily. It's where green personality types sit mostly. We mentioned this in our DISC model video, check that out. People are quite able to answer questions about their comfort zones. They could recognise where they sit for themselves and what would be outside of them. Answers tend to be based on what emotions they experience in threatening situations. It also becomes apparent that comfort zones are totally heterogeneous. They differ from person to person. The measure of comfort zone orientation, CZO, came about from this, with correlations between personality and CZO sitting consistently with the conceptualization of the comfort zone itself. It was found that those who value pushing themselves outside their comfort zone will do so more and will experience better performance, and as such, personality affects your comfort zone. I did see one article though titled along the lines of "Stop telling me to push myself outside my comfort zone." The author pushed herself and ended up hitting the point of burnout. This got me thinking, what is outside the comfort zone? Is it all progression? Where's the limit? So I got reading. There's supposedly an anxiety sweet spot where a certain level of discomfort puts you to your peak performance. If you're too comfortable, you fall into a slightly lazy pattern with your work. Increasing anxiety can increase your sharpness and ability to adapt. You're having to think on your feet more than in the comfort zone, and so you work harder. One experimenter was writing her blog post on the floor to see what it did for her progress. For me, that would do nothing, as I value comfort when writing, and without the comfort, I'd just be thinking about the physical aches the floor would cause me. So finding what puts you in your ideal anxiety sweet spot is the key to make it work. I found this odd though. My initial thoughts about the comfort zone were that to push out of it, you needed to put yourself in external situations. I never would have thought about applying it to menial tasks or admin. For me, those jobs seem like the point where you actually might want to be in your comfort zone. As I said before, it's all about personality. In terms of hitting that point beyond your comfort zone, 3 points were made clear. 1. Create adversity for yourself. 2. Use simple tools such as writing with pen and paper instead of your computer or running without music. 3. Focus on what's important. Eliminate distractions from your workplace. This is supposedly what will help you to progress. It all seems like you need to experiment to find the scenarios that work best for you. I'm going to show you 2 models that I've found about the comfort zone. The simpler one is related to social pedagogy. It's used to help children learn, but I think it can be applied to everyone. The second explains a different perspective of it. I'm actually going to smash them together. This gives, in my opinion, a rounded view of what the comfort zone actually is and how it affects our work. We start with the comfort zone, which sits right in the middle. Just beyond that is the fear zone. This is where we procrastinate or avoid doing things that might be uncomfortable for us. It's the point where I say, I don't want to write on the floor because it will hurt my back, even though I've never tried it. Excuses. Next is the learning zone. This is where I think the sweet spot is. You're in a slightly less comfortable situation, your mind is engaged, you're adapting to your new surroundings, and this is where you learn better practices and actively engage in what you're doing. This zone could also be called the growth zone, as in the previous model. It's basically where we upgrade our comfort zone. We grow to deal with the discomfort until it becomes comfortable. Finally, there's the panic zone. The sweet spot comes when there's enough discomfort that you're in your element. The panic zone is beyond that. It's why so many people don't leave their comfort zone. Overextending yourself can put you in a place you're not truly equipped to deal with. This is where diminishing returns sets in, and you actually start to take steps backwards. Some things are just too much for us. is trying to run before you can walk. That's our model. It fits with the idea of comfort zones, but how can it actually help you progress as an entrepreneur? As an entrepreneur, you so often have to push past that fear zone. Honestly, being able to do this is why you were able to put yourself out there and start a business. You can probably see the benefits of it just from that. Pushing past your fear zone is practically always beneficial. That's the first lesson. Being able to go for something scary shows immense bravery, and more often than not will help you grow. The thing is, business is dynamic, and you need adaptability to be able to survive and grow. Learning this model and learning where each zone is for you will help to boost your productivity. You simply have to be personal with the model. As soon as you begin to compare your comfort zones with other people and match them, it may drive you, but it also may push you into your panic zone. By determining your personal comfort, fear, growth, and panic zones, you can tailor the level of discomfort you put yourself in. You can experiment with different levels that suit you. Putting yourself in new situations is going to be scary, but if you can actually make a valued judgment of whether you can handle it or not, it'll be much more manageable. If something seems like it's too much, it's probably in your panic zone. Drop back, do something scary but not terrifying, and work your way up. Sitting in the growth zone will boost your confidence and upgrade your comfort zone. Eventually, in smaller steps, the things you were panicking about before will be your bread and butter. And that's the comfort zone. Explained.